Okay, welcome to the weekly share of the Zera Shimshon, and I have something very special to announce this week, and that is, Baruch Hashem, we have the yard site for the Zera Shimshon Zecher Tzaddik Kodesh Avracha is coming up. It starts Sunday night. Monday is it's Vav Elul. So today is Gimel Elul. Monday is Vav Elul. That's Hashem. And I saw it this morning where I was learning. They have a whole presentation. You see, Zera Shimshon, and he's got his book, and they made an entire magazine of all the Gedolim that learn Zera Shimshon, including Rabbi Chaim. I just want to show you a few pages. They did a wonderful job. I mean, look at this. Unbelievable. What? There's Rabbi Chaim again. And then they have other tzaddikim, Baruch Hashem. That's the Kabbalah mixes. Rav Moshe Steinbach was learning Zera Shimshon. He recommends it. And Amakubal Hagayin Rabbi Binyahu Mat Shmueli. And Amakubal Hagayin Rabbi Shlomo Bosa. And of course, my favorite. So Amakubal Hagayin Rabbi Gamliel Rabinovich down there. Okay, you see him? Oh my goodness, he is so special. Just being his Rabbi Batsri. I mean, it goes through many, not only Ashkenazi but Sephardi Rabbanim endorsed this sefer because it has produced miracles. So you're not in the wrong place at the right. So I might, if Mitzvah Hashem, I'll make a special presentation maybe on Monday, Mitzvah Hashem. Okay. So this is Do Not Fear the Witches. Woo, witches. Okay. Tell me, I won't make any political comments. Tamim tiya eme Hashem alakecha, ki hagoyim ha'ela asher ato yoyresh Hashem el me'oininim el kaismim yishma'u ve'ato leichein nasan lecha Hashem alakecha. So you shall be wholehearted with Hashem for your Hashem, your God, for these nations that you are possessing, in other words, taking over. They listen to astrologers and diviners, but as for you, not so has Hashem your God given for you. Okay. Chazal comment regarding the pasuk, you are my witnesses, that I am God, and I am God. And the pasuk in Yeshayahu, that pasuk is saying, when you are my witnesses, I am God. And when you are not my witnesses, I am not, as if it were your God. That's a Yalkut Shimoini in Yeshayahu. Let's examine this midrash for a second, okay? When Klal Yisrael are in a righteous frame of mind, they are not afraid of whisperers or magicians, as the Torah tells us. For there is no divination in Yaakov, nor sorcery in Yisrael. So says the pasuk in Bamidbar. And that Balak Habilam said. On a similar note, the Gemara states that there is none beside him, even sorcery. Rabbi Yochanan said, why is sorcery called kashafim? Because the sorcerers can overrule the decree of a heavenly council. The word kashafim is formed from the words that it's a notrikon. It says Machishim Pamalia Shamayla. It's a little hard to pronounce. Machishim, they deny the heavenly counsel. That's strange. How can they go against the decrees of Hashem? Rabbi Chanina said, no man bruises his finger here on earth unless it was decreed against him in heaven. So Gemara in Chulin. There seems to be a contradiction here. Rabbi Yochanan says that Kashafim were given that name because sorcery can alter a person's fate, even though it was originally decreed otherwise. While Rabbi Chanina says, no, nothing can happen down here unless it is decreed by heaven. Okay? The answer is that Rabbi Chanina was different from the average individual, and anybody who knows his stories can testify. Yeah, because he had a lot of merits in sorcery, didn't harm him at all. From here, we see that a person who has lived a meritorious life remains out of reach of the sorcerer's powers. So, when Klal Yisrael has many merits. The sorcerers have no power. And it is obvious throughout the world that there is no other power besides Hashem. On the other hand, when Klal Yisrael are not doing well on the merit barometer, then sorcerers not only have the power, but it is because of times like those that we are called Shoftim, that they are called Shoftim in the first place, because they can have the power to combat heaven, so to speak, which causes a lack of honor to Hashem's name in this world. This, then, is the depth of what the Midrash is saying when it says, when you are my witnesses, that meaning when you, Klal Yisrael, act the way you're supposed to and fulfill my mitzvahs, then I am God. And for you, actually. The sorcerers have no power against you, and the concept that there is no other power but me is revealed in the world. On the other hand, when you don't act in the correct way, and you don't serve as my witnesses, then I am not God, as it were. And the sorcerers become powerful, and the power of my kingship is not recognizable in the world. Why does it work this way? The forces of the klipos, and that means the spiritual evildoers, can only grasp at the holiness from behind, but not from the front. This is a Kabbalistic concept, whereas the dark powers only have underhanded power, but not direct strength against Kedusha. When the Jews do the will of Hashem, their divine providence operates from the front, as it says, in the light of Hashem's countenance is life. It's a pasuk in Mishlei. They are face to face, so to speak, with Hashem, experiencing divine providence directly. So when Am Yisrael is righteous, there's nothing to worry about when it comes to sorcerers or any other evil that operates in the realm of impurity, like Hamas, because they cannot approach anything of holiness in a direct way. This is why Hashem instructed Avraham, walk before me and be perfect. It's a pasuk in Bereshis. Someone who trusts in Hashem and pays no attention to all the impure forces, those who practice magic and such, is called Tamim. Is he perfect? So we find in our prayer Parshat that the words, you shall be Tamim tiyam im el Hashem alakecha, you shall be Tamim, or perfect with Hashem, are written right next to the words, for these nations you are possessing. So the ones you're now taking over Eretz Yisrael, the 37 nations. But anyway, 7 big nations. They listen to astrologers and diviners. But as for you, not so has Hashem your God given for you. It is because someone who disregards magicians and whisperers is called tamim and pure. And that is what Hashem said to Avram. When you walk before me, you will merit to enjoy a light of the face. In other words, the panim, right, from the front, without having to fear any whisperers or magicians of any type. So that's what the Zera Shimshon says in their Parshat and Ois Dalet. So Bez Hashem, have a wonderful Shabbos, and we have a week filled of Yeshuas and Nechamas, and Emetz Hashem will share some of this information that we have here from the Zera Shimshon in the coming week on his yard site. Emetz Hashem. Okay, call to Guten Shabbos, excuse me. And a good Tavach also.